Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. First off, what is the DPF pressure sensor, and what does it do? Think of it as a gatekeeper for your exhaust system. It measures the pressure before and after the DPF. The difference between these two readings tells your truck's computer, the ECM, how clogged or sit-loaded the filter is. When the filter gets full, the computer triggers a regeneration cycle or regen to burn off that soot and clean itself out. If the sensor isn't working right, the ECM gets bad information. It might not trigger a regen when it needs to, or it might trigger one when it doesn't. This can lead to a seriously clogged DPF, reduced engine power, and eventually a very expensive repair bill. The code P1451 specifically means the ECM has detected a performance issue or a range problem with a DPF pressure sensor circuit. This isn't just a simple on or off signal. The computer is seeing voltages that are either too high, too low, or just plain irrational compared to what it expects under current driving conditions. This could be caused by a few different things. So, where do you start your diagnosis? The most common culprit, believe it or not, isn't always the sensor itself. Before you rush out and buy a new one, you need to check the hoses connected to it. These rubber hoses run from the DPF housing up to the pressure sensor. Over time, exposed to all that heat from the exhaust, they can become brittle, crack, melt, or get clogged with soot. A tiny crack or a blockage can throw off the pressure readings completely and trigger the P1451 code. Get under your truck and inspect these hoses carefully. Look for any signs of damage, cracks, holes, or spots that look melted. A good tip is to remove them and try to blow through them. If you can't, they're clogged. Sometimes just cleaning them out or replacing a cheap piece of rubber hose is all it takes to fix the problem. Also, check the metal tubes or ports on the DPF where the hoses connect. These can get plugged with soot as well. A small drill bit or a piece of wire can usually clear them out. If the hoses and ports look good, the next step is to check the wiring and the connector going to the sensor. Look for any corrosion on the pins, frayed wires, or loose connections. A bad ground or a damaged wire can cause the erratic signals that trigger this code. You can use a multimeter to check for continuity and proper voltage at the sensor's connector. You'll typically have a 5-volt reference, a ground, and a signal wire. Make sure those readings are what they should be according to your truck's service manual. Okay, so you've checked the hoses, the ports, and the wiring, and everything seems fine. Now, it's time to consider the sensor itself. DPF pressure sensors can and do fail. They live in a harsh environment and can eventually give up. Replacing it is usually straightforward. It's typically mounted on a bracket on the transmission or the frame rail, away from the direct heat of the exhaust. Just unplug the electrical connector, unhook the 2 rubber hoses, and unbolt it from its bracket. Installation is the reverse of removal. After you've replaced the sensor or fixed a hose, you'll need to clear the code with your scan tool. Then, take the truck for a good drive to allow the ECM to run its monitors and confirm the fix. It is also a good idea to monitor your DPF soot levels with your scan tool to ensure it starts a regen cycle correctly. To sum it up, for a P1451 code on your Ram diesel, start with the simple stuff first. Inspect the pressure hoses for clogs, cracks, or melting. Check the ports on the DPF, then examine the wiring and connector. Only after you've ruled all that out should you replace the sensor itself. Following these steps can save you a lot of time, money, and frustration. I hope this guide helps you get your truck back on the road and running smoothly. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more diesel tips and tricks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.